Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We go! 90 Wolf! Ain't no such thing as a loss. We can't
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run. This is Kamara.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check it back. Hey, Charlie.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Don't say nothing. No. Watch the eye. General West. Get it.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 29 is Mike 29. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Tyus Bowser, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Break. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. And let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 31, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson, options out left, and an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Check back. Wide. Ready weapon. Check back.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll drop to throw.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Check 37. Check 37.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. I think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Get the plan. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard
Ready?
line.
15 line. 15 line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Let's just take it around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. It's good.
On 2nd down, McFarland. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Bring it. Bring it. That's it.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Cross the pass. Over.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught. Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 22. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
36. Rush in. Rush in. Rush free.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Tyus Bowser make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
At the 16-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Baltimore. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
14-yard line.
Got it.
Check. He's coming.
Watch the slant.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
On the set.
Watch the pass.
Snap.
Now back to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down, Saints.
This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw here. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson, options out left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Let's go.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. He'll look to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first as well. Returnable here from the 38. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Complete to Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Again, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for New Orleans, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charlie